And welcome to Walk-Ons here in beautiful Vieira, Florida. I'm Alan Slaughterzinski, the guy on the left side of that picture there on your screen. Tonight we continue our Roundtable series. We've already done it with Beach Wave Volleyball Club. We've done it with Suntree Vieira Youth Football. Coming up in the next couple of weeks, we'll have all of the Brevard County High School coaches here as well, football coaches and volleyball, I might add. But tonight, a roundtable near and dear to my heart, because this organization I have watched grow from the very bottom to now becoming one of the very best organizations here in Brevard County. And if you're looking for an organization that is unbelievably community-oriented, this is it right here. It's a combination of Space Coast Stars Academy and Space Coast Stars. And, of course, you know Danny Espling, you know Corey Williams, Terrence Shannon Sr. And, sir, I apologize. Introduce yourself to everybody.
How y'all doing? My name is David Gabriel with Horticulture Sports. I'm one of the top trainers over there, and we change lives as well.
You know, there's two things I can already tell you about you. I'm going to listen to whatever in the hell you tell me to do. That's the first thing I'm going to do. And the second thing is I like that color on that shirt, so I'm going to have to get me one of them.
We'll definitely
They'll tell you I'm all about the gear now. All right, look, SCS Academy and Brevard Sports Network has been hooked up for quite some time.
Oh, yeah.
But there is some confusion in the community to exactly what does SCS Academy do? What is it that you guys are all about? So, Corey, I'm going to let you start. Okay. Danny, I know you're going to have something to add. So why don't you go ahead, Corey, and give us the foundation for what SCS Academy is.
Okay. Pretty much the foundation of SCS Academy is we represent the underdogs, the ones that never had a chance, the ones that were overlooked, didn't get that college opportunity. We want to make sure that we're able to help provide that, because we understand that for a lot of our kids that don't play beyond high school sports, they go right back into the streets, or they'll go ahead and go get into other things. So we want to be able to provide a place for them to be able to travel, continue playing basketball, and to also be an active member in their community. So we have kids from all over, which is just beautiful. But like I said, we're here to represent the underdogs and to make them champions.
You were an underdog.
Oh, yes.
Tell us why.
This is a reflection of myself, too. You know, just going over to Astronaut High School, I was recruited by one school, actually two, Brevard Community College at the time and Manatee Community College at the time. So I always wanted to go ahead and get out of Brevard. And that was my main thing. I'm pretty sure every kid in Brevard County can relate to that. I got to get out. I got to go ahead and just get away from home. So whenever I was granted the opportunity, I went over to Manatee. And whenever I went to Manatee, like I said, I learned so much over there just from being home. I had my trials and tribulations over there, and I had to overcome a lot of adversity. But basketball was my foundation. So the things that I was learning through that, going through those challenges, I never quit. And I always say, you know, God has a plan, God has a purpose for people. And whenever SCS Academy started to come about, this was, I don't know, it was an eye-opening experience, because I had to sit back and metabolize just my life.
Well, what is it? You say the underdog.
Uh-huh.
What is it that, and I really want to make sure people understand, these are young student athletes that can play a sport,
right?
Because SCS Academy is going to expand to more than just basketball.
Yes, sir.
So we want to make sure the community knows that,
right?
But these are student athletes that, okay, you know what? Maybe they didn't go get that 4.0, and as a result, they don't have that opportunity,
right?
You know, spoon-fed to them. Okay,
right. Yeah.
Let's face it, it happens.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So what you're doing is you're providing a platform and an opportunity for these young men and women to be able to do this, right?
Exactly.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because
I'm
I'm already getting it. So
I say it differently. People receive it differently.
Right,
so
right.
It's
No,
fine.
that's all right. And I just want to make sure that people understand.
Yeah, we want to provide that opportunity for players that, like I said, nobody looked at them.
Right.
You know, especially whenever it comes to the football program next year. There's a lot of kids here that may not
That's
get
music
that.
to my ears. The football. Look, I love basketball. Terrence will tell you. I beat up on him a couple times on the
you
floor.
don't him?
A couple times. He'll tell you about it later. But you all know better than that, right? But, yeah, I can't wait for football. But so how does a student athlete, and I got to put my hand in front of the camera, how does a student athlete find you?
They can check us out on Facebook.
Now, hold on. Let's keep a lot of student athletes. Go ahead, Danny.
Alan's getting real tonight.
Alan is getting real. I love it.
Let's go.
Because, I don't know too many 16, 17-year-olds that even look at Facebook.
Uh-huh.
All right? So, and if they can't get that first connection, every teenage boy, I went through it. When I didn't get recruited, I went through it.
Right.
Depression.
Right.
Okay? They can't find you.
Uh-huh.
What's the easiest way to find SCS Academy?
Go to hondoathletics.com.
There you go.
And there is a recruit form there
that
you could go ahead and fill out. And once you fill it out, we'll go ahead and get it, and we'll actually come to your games. We'll check you guys out.
Now, you travel everywhere to visit these student athletes, don't you? And you see a recurring theme here. I don't call them kids. They're student athletes because that's what they are.
Right.
And look, what aren't you? You're not a 4-year college, correct?
No, actually we are.
Okay, well, clear that up.
Yeah, no, we are a legit 4-year college. You can look me on my face and say, Corey, how the hell did you get a 4-year
How the hell
college?
did you get that become a 4-year college? How are you a 4-year college?
I'll say this. I've been blessed to work with some awesome people. And they have a big heart in giving back and making a difference. So we actually partnered together on the semi-pro side. Kevin Williams, Will Campbell, we all got together. A lot of others that I'm probably missing out on. But we were able to go ahead and get together, and we were actually looking for something to do for our semi-pro team. And then we kind of, we had to look at it and said, you know what, it's these kids that we got to look after a lot more because they're our next generation of leaders. And they're going to be our next generation of future athletes as well. So we really wanted to get in and teach them more than just basketball. So this was just going beyond the game of basketball, actually. We're teaching them valuable life skills as well. So whenever we're able to go ahead and say, okay, how can we be a legit 4-year institution and get this thing started off the ground, we had to start up through certifications. So whenever the certification route came up first, we have over 25 certifications that we'll be able to offer. And we had to break it down because college is expensive. So, look, you over
Still can't afford it. I can't afford free college.
Come on, man. But and check this out, because even whenever I was over at Manatee, I got in trouble. I got arrested over there for shoplifting.
Okay.
I'm not ashamed to tell that story to people. It was part of my path, part of my growth. And whenever that happened, it was because of lack of money to go ahead and support myself as far as eating food, things like that. So we wanted to change the game with this and make it different. We wanted to make college more affordable for kids. So we came up with the tuition-free model to where they can take their certification courses, right? And at the end of the month, after they study, they're able to go ahead and take their test. And their test is only $250.
That's it.
$250 will get you a certification that will equal a trade for you to be able to earn income. Now
you're still very much dialed in on the other side of this equation with the stars as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Very.
Now we do have a big event coming up that we're going to talk about, but staying on the theme of SCS Academy, because I'm going to talk to some of the players coming up. You went out and you got the best. Area's top trainer, area's best coaches. Come on. Okay? Tell us about them.
This is really about unity. So, you see a lot of people doing things separately. Our trainers, you'll see, they come from all different walks of life. I have no problem representing their brand with ours. So, you know, you have For the Culture Sports. Knowing David and Michael Webster, they're family to me. You know, we've had our battles on and off the court. They can tell you that. And they'll tell you, like, that's how we first met through the game. So now we're coming together, we're working together, we're sharing that knowledge. Because that's one thing, you know, you'll have so much knowledge for the game. I know for me, the NBA is a long shot. I don't think I'm doing that no more. No, I'm done.
Coaching or playing? No, I'm joking.
She's trying to answer that.
You never know.
Go ahead.
Never a dull moment.
No, but you know, whenever we're able to go ahead and show that we're coming together, we're showing that it is about the community and what it is that we represent. Dave coming from Port St. Lucie, you know, there's kids out there that it's not too much out there for them to do, and for them to be able to come on board with us, I mean, that's a blessing because we're helping out both organizations. For Coach Terrence to be able to share his knowledge, I mean, you're talking about a 20-year professional vet that just retired this year? Oh, last year. I'm sorry. Last year, to be able to bring him on board, he's able to go ahead and share that knowledge. And for myself, you know, my travel experiences, everything like that, I want to be able to go ahead and share that knowledge and give it back to the kids that may not have had that chance. So
Gotcha.
The kids are coming and they're learning literally from the best. We have Gannon Baker coming on board, and we know Gannon's background and his experience. Big shout out to Gannon too, because I mean, just thank everyone that's on board. I also have Coach Earl Simmons with Grind Life Academy. That's another one. Yes, sir. He's coming on board as a trainer. So we want to showcase that we're able to work with different trainers here in the county to make a difference in the lives of these kids in our next generation.
Gotcha.
Because this means so much. You know, this is one of the biggest things. It means so much for the kids to be able to see this. Because whenever they see us working together, what are they going to do?
Right. No, you're absolutely right. Now, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk to Danny and I want to talk to Terrence and just talk a little bit more. I want to hear your perspective on SCS Academy and the Space Coast Stars. You're watching the Roundtable live from Walk-Ons here in beautiful downtown Vieira. We'll be back after these words from Walk-Ons.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk-On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Hi, this is Michelle Rycroft with Beach Wave Volleyball Club, and you're watching BREVARD Sports Network.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching BREVARD Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
Want to take this opportunity to thank all of you out there in Brevard County for getting us to 10,000. Here's to the next 10,000 right here on Brevard Sports Network, and it is because of outstanding organizations like SCS Academy. All right, Danny, you are the community liaison. You are the lady that ties all of this together. We got a big event coming up.
We do.
And I want to talk about it because couple of years ago, and on the screen right now, everybody's looking at the last backpack giveaway that took place at Palm Bay High School. And I know Play Melbourne Park and Recreation, Brevard Sports Network, who we play for. It's going to be another, and there you are in a tutu, another tremendous event.
Yes.
specifics on this event.
Okay, let's do it. So the event is a back-to-school celebration with a backpack giveaway. We've changed it up this year. We actually are going to go ahead and do a bunch of basketball activities with the kids. We do have a event entirely planned out, so it is time sensitive according to what we have planned. So the event starts at 5:30. Doors will open at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
There is 300 backpacks that will be given out that evening with a voucher in hand. Woo-hoo! Let's go, kiddos.
I think that's amazing.
We're all so excited to go back to school. However, you will be ready to go back to school.
You know what? I think the kids actually are, because they're going to go back to school this year without having to wear masks,
Right.
without having to do any of this stuff that was required
Right.
of them last year.
Right.
And again, listen, coming up, you'll see us roll this out over the weekend here on Brevard Sports Network, because we're honored to be a part of it. I'm also honored to know the guy at the top of the table with the microphone in his hand, Mr. Terrence Shannon Sr. You know, did you ever win the MVP over there?
A couple of them.
That's what I thought.
Just a couple.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But now, as much as it is about what you did in the past and what you bring, you got some pretty good kids that play basketball. Before we even get started on what you're bringing, give us an update on the oldest.
Well, TJ, of course, my oldest, Terrence Shannon Jr., he decided to return back to Texas Tech this year for his junior year. And, I'm excited. You know, whether he would have stayed in the draft or whether he make a decision now to go back to school, you know, it's just all about supporting the kids, you know, with what they feel that they need to do in order to. People
don't understand a second-round pick in the NBA is like a 5th to 8th round pick in the NFL.
Right, exactly.
It is. I mean, they don't understand that. I think it's a great decision. I really do.
Yeah, I'm proud of them. Definitely.
And look, I've seen you doing some coaching on the younger children. You got winning some championships too.
Yeah, we just with my 14-year-old T-Man. Yeah, we just placed 10th in the World Championships for the Division II AAU Championships.
All right, nice job.
Yeah, so you know I got a great group of kids there with the Space Coast Select AAU that I coached this year, and just plan on moving forward. You know, a lot of training here in Brevard County is picking up. You know, developing the kids, and that's what I want to bring more also to the boys we have here at SCS Academy, teaching them more values. You know, a lot of them going to be away from home. I played junior college basketball, so this is still kind of another form, you know, overlooked. Again, I was still one of the players that was overlooked as well. You know, played 1 year high school basketball, and I'm trying to tell them as well.
What?
You know, so, like, that's always been my passion when I developing the kids and the kids that want to play college basketball and move forward. Don't quit at an early age if people say that you can't do it. You know, it's always room to improve. You know, of course, sometimes naturally being gifted can help as well, but if you know how to think the game, if you know the intangibles, sometimes it can get you over the hump more than even somebody that's more athletic than you. So don't give up. We got a great staff, you know, we're bringing in other people from outside the county that's coming in to help us out that we've known, and it's going to be great for the boys.
How valuable is this guy sitting next to you?
Oh, very valuable.
Very valuable.
Tell us what you bring to the table.
You know, I've played. I haven't won MVP like Terrence here, but you know, I started playing basketball at a young age, and it was something that actually helped turn my life around. So once I got into it, I realized that I could go to college with it, and I went off to college, and you know, I messed up a couple of times when I was in college, bounced around.
Part of our past and part of our future. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been through some experiences. I still was able to go overseas and play basketball, and once I played overseas, I've just learned a lot. Went back to school, continued playing basketball. So I've got my education, I've got basketball. But for the culture, myself and our CEO, Michael Webster, what we do is the same thing as what we're doing here with the let's get it right. The honcho. So we want to, but our focus, honestly, we bring them in with the basketball, with the training, with everything that we do. But we work on the mental, we work on the character, we work on them becoming better people. And we don't want to just say that basketball is your only passion, because basketball will end one day. So we want to bring you in and say, you know what, we're going to help you find something deeper than basketball, because it's not the fact that you're playing basketball that makes you. You're the person that makes that's making that basketball happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
It sounds a little weird.
No,
but
it
you
No,
understand
it
what
sounds
I'm saying,
perfect.
right? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
You
basketball
are the
does
best.
not make you. You are the person that's doing this basketball
correct.
thing. So we want to help them understand that when you're done with basketball, we've instilled so many different things in you, so many different positive things in you, that you can be successful at anything else just as much as you were in basketball.
You're not just doing this as a favor. Because there's always something to gain for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was it about SCS Academy that, I mean, a smart man like yourself has many choices in life, okay? What brought you to SCS?
For me, it's good people.
Yeah.
I base everything I do off character. It's not how large the corporation is or how big the organization is. It's not about the dollar sign. It's not about that. It's about people. And I know Corey. I know Terrence. Like, we're going to do good things because we have a good heart. We have good hearts, and we want to see these kids succeed. And we don't want them to fall into the same traps that we fell into, or miss out on information that we missed out on, that we gained not too late, because we're just in time to help them, but we want them to get it earlier than we got it. So that's our main thing.
I like it. I like the answer, because a lot of times it is about the people and not about the dollar signs. I know it's been that way for me personally. Once you realize the I'm trying to think of the expression, the character of a man's soul, you realize what's in his heart. Okay, and so for me, when I first met you guys, it was watching you guys grow, and I'll never forget it. I was with Space Coast Daily, Friday Night Locker Room. We came and broadcast a basketball game, and I fell in love with what you were trying to do, because it was so much more than about what you were doing on that floor that night. The guys, all I think you beat the crap out of the sheriff's department a couple weeks later too, but it's exciting what you're doing. What there has to be. I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. There has to be a core value with which you and the Hondos and SCS exist. What is that core value?
Get ready. It's coming.
Man, we got a lot of core values.
Let's hear them.
Okay. One of the first ones that we go ahead and we pride ourselves on is family. And that's why I was saying earlier, we want us a family-structured environment. We believe it takes a village to raise a child. SCS Academy, like I said, is bigger than just me. I've heard a lot of people say, Corey, we just got to do something with you. No, I need my people working with me, because what they bring to the table and what they have to offer, it goes beyond my knowledge. They may be able to go ahead and break something down to kids that I may not be able to. It takes more than me. It takes their parents getting involved. It takes us getting back involved into the community that these kids are coming from. Let them know that we're all family and we're all here to make a change. Another thing that we go ahead and pride ourselves on is the life skills that we're able to go ahead and give back. Community service. I mean, just being a service member to your communities. Some kids, they come from a hard background. And, it's hard to sit here. I know it's a lot of stuff that we can post on social media, but I take this serious. This is something that I'm not doing this for the clout. We're not doing it to fame, to sit here and get our name out there and our face out there. This is serious. This is something that if these kids didn't have this opportunity,
It hits home.
It does. It does. And we'll get into that off camera, and you'll hear some of the stories from some of the kids themselves. But basketball is really that foundation, that platform for them. And we literally hook them in with our schedule and everything like that, snatch them back to say, okay, now we need y'all to become more connected to your environment, your community, learn more about yourself. We have mental health services for them. So this platform of basketball that we're using is going beyond the reach.
What about the kid that does have the offers, but may have, look, there are kids out there that have offers, but we all know
They'll be back.
that they're they ain't going far.
Right.
No, see, that's the main thing, even with this, I don't want to say project, but like it's, the kids got to understand that it's thousands, millions of kids that's trying to get these scholarships.
Right.
Across the world.
And you got all different type of levels. You got Division 1, 2, 3, NAIA,
I don't mean to cut you off, but the most important commercial I've ever heard on the radio was the one about autism where they give you the odds. You ever heard that commercial? 1 in 100, 1 in 2 million will play shortstop.
Yes.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yes, the same exact thing, because one thing is for a fact. You could be way more gifted as an athlete than the next man, but if mentally you're not there, you're not going to succeed.
Nope.
It's no way around that. You have to know how to adapt, work in different environments, different cultures.
Yep.
Because sports is different cultures working together all the time, no matter what sports you play. And you got to be mentally ready for that, even going away from home. A lot of these boys finna be for their first time away from home, living with different guys, so that right there alone is where you got to set your standards to where I was talking with, I always call him Megatron. Listen, y'all got to listen here. And I was telling him the first things when these boys come into Brevard County and they get into their apartments is understanding how to respect each other.
Mm-hmm. Clean up after yourself.
Like we say family.
All that stuff.
Yes, and that's the main thing right there. Learning how to grow up as an adult and respect each other and be student athletes, not just an athlete.
I love it. You know what? I'm going to throw you a curveball. Why don't you let's pull up a chair. Why don't you grab two student athletes, bring them in, and make them a part of this conversation. So here's what we'll do. I'll take a quick commercial. Okay. You grab 2 student athletes, and let's bring them to this table. We'll be back in just a minute.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a
And 1. All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons. Well, this is a first in a roundtable. We've got 6 people sitting at the table. We have never done this before, but we're going to do it now. We brought in 2 of the student athletes. So Corey, Danielle, anybody, introduce them. Or you know what? You guys introduce yourselves. Go ahead.
My name is Ryan Summers. I'm proud to be here.
Where are you from?
I'm from Tampa, Florida.
All right. Where'd you go to school?
I went to school at Bayshore High School.
Okay. And how about you, young man?
I'm Juan Nieves.
Okay. And where are you from? Where'd you go to school?
Port St. Lucie. I went to school at Centennial High School.
All right, Centennial High School. Well, welcome to the Brevard Sports Network and Brevard County. It's great to have you guys here. What is it about SCS Academy that you love so much so far? Whoever.
I'll say communication.
Tell me about what that means. Break that down for me.
You know, as far as where it's going, and you know, if you need something, they're always here to help. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
Obviously, you both play basketball, right? So yeah. I'm sure you're very talented on the floor. What is it though that you want to do away from the game? What is it you want to be when basketball is done?
Okay.
I want to motivate younger people who don't have the chance that I have to be here.
Okay.
I just want to also project SES as far as like not also on the court as basketball, but like the way
I could see you coming back to SCS.
Ryan's a good guy.
And being
He's
a part of
yeah.
what it is there, because this is a lifelong build.
Yeah, I'm trying to build. That's what I'm saying. Other than basketball, I want to build it up.
I got you. Okay, I like that. How about you? What do you want to do?
I mean, as far as career-wise?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe start a business.
Okay.
Right now I'm majoring in economics and business.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
It's all right not to know.
Yeah.
I still don't know.
I got you.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your game. If I said to you, what kind of basketball player are you?
Okay.
Tell me what type of basketball, and I mean like you're a good teammate, all that. Tell me about that.
Okay. I'm more of a center. I like to think of myself as a point forward.
Okay.
I'm not athletic. I can dunk, but I'm not athletic.
I got you.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'10".
Did you hear that? 6'10".
Yeah.
I know. I'm 6'6", and I don't look up to many people. Terrence is the only, until you walked in the door. All right. So, I like the. How about you? What kind of player are you?
I'm a point guard.
Okay.
I can play shooting guard too.
Got you.
I'm a scorer.
Okay.
But I want to involve my teammates and make the right decision on the court.
Okay. Have you guys? What's one big thing that you have learned so far from anybody sitting at this table? Anything. Takeaway. Any takeaway at all?
Support.
Support?
Just helpfulness, yeah, support.
Support. Corey, tell me a little bit about why these guys are SCS material.
These guys are SCS material because of their work ethic, their heart, their commitment towards what it is that they want to do. Just talking with them, whenever I first met Ryan, and we went over to Bayshore for him to go work out, I fell in love with his work ethic. Yeah, I fell in love with his work ethic. Just seeing how, we went through a couple of drills. I know he was tired. Yeah. Because they practiced right before.
Right.
To see him come back and then still work out that day, and the workouts that we put him through, how you felt?
I was exhausted.
Yeah, okay. But to see him push through that, I'm like, the battle is in the mind. So for him to be able to overcome that battle of exhaustion, that's what we need. That's what SCS Academy is about too. We overcome adversity through hard work as well. Juan, I just met with him. I met Juan through Mike Webster and David. So meeting Juan and getting to know him and the type of player he is, he told me straight up. He said, Coach, hey, I'm here to develop. And I said, well, that's what we got our guys for. We're here to go ahead and give you a chance. Juan, were you a late bloomer?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Coach T, were you a late bloomer? So there you go. You see what he was able to do as far as a late bloomer and compared to Juan. So we're a reflection of that. So every kid that you're going to see come through SCS Academy, you'll see a reflection of ourselves and our stories through that. And that's what we want to do. We want to better the lives. We want to create that optimism. We want to be able to create the opportunity for them, to create hope for them, just for a brighter future, and for them to go ahead and reach their goals. So, it's important that everybody reaches their goals on this team. So that's what we want to make sure that they're doing.
Well, I tell you what, I remember the first time let me tell you a story. First time I interviewed him, this is how he talked on the microphone. You could not hear him. You could not hear him.
But on that basketball court,
right?
Oh yeah.
But guys, I tell you what, I can't wait. What are you looking forward to the most? Yeah. What can't you wait to do?
Working out.
Yeah. You like to work out.
Yes.
How about you?
It's just getting better as far as playing just the game of basketball. Meeting all these people to get my work ethic, all that,
I have a question for the both of you. If you weren't with SCS Academy, would you be sitting anywhere being interviewed or playing college basketball?
No.
Why?
Why? Because As far as
Opportunities?
yeah.
I got you. Just a lack of opportunity.
Yeah.
You don't have to get specific. Just a lack of opportunities. How about you?
Can you repeat the question?
If you weren't sitting here, would you be anywhere else being interviewed and getting ready to play college basketball?
I would say probably not, but I would definitely look for it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would definitely look for an opportunity.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I like that. What did you have other opportunities?
Oh, no.
Okay, I
but
got
I was
you.
definitely going to do something as far as either walk-ons or something.
And then this came along.
Exactly.
And this is God.
Basketball finds you,
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Guys, I think you do. I'll tell you what. I think you guys are good on the microphone. Believe me, you'll see this face a lot more. Okay. We'll get in once you get to start playing. I'll start asking you some basketball questions. You'll be like, man, coach, I got to talk to this guy, man. I missed the 3-pointer. He's asking me about it.
Well, that's our biggest goal behind it, because we are working on interviewing techniques. I'm learning as well. But for them to be able to see that, I'm pretty sure that it's going to gain more confidence with it as well as we go. So, I mean, just implementing everything on that level, man. Like I said, we want to be that reflection as well. So that's important in leadership. You know? And I said it before. I look at leadership 2 different ways, all right? You can lead from the front or you can lead from the back.
I like it.
You know, and the situation that we're in right now, we're going to let these young men on the court, they're leading from the front for us. And we got to do the back work.
Right.
So, you know, they'll get to see that, because as you heard even from Brian, he wants to be able to give back and help the kids out as well.
I like that. I like the fact that you want to, you know what, you're like, yeah, I want to play basketball, but you really like SCS, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And tell me how your moms feel about what you're doing.
They helped me, so they gave me the opportunity. They gave me the opportunity to help others.
Okay.
Off of basketball.
Got
So
you.
that's what I want to do.
I got you. How about you? How's your family feel about what you're doing?
Oh yeah, they're supportive.
Yeah.
They're supportive, of course.
Coach, what are 2 things? What's one thing each of these guys need to work on?
1 or 2 things I need to work on, I would say being a little bit more vocal. Definitely being a little bit more vocal. When we was introducing ourselves earlier, you know, I was just telling them, you know, speak up, you know, and interact with people early.
Right.
When you coming in, you know, even if you've been in a new environment, you see other players that you're going to be playing with, other people you operating with. Walk up, shake their hand. Don't be shy, you know, because that take you a long way too. When you're walking up and you're addressing yourself and letting people know who you are.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And what advice would you offer them? Have you got to know them yet?
Yes, I actually know. I know Juan. I played against Juan a couple of times.
Oh, all right. Okay.
For Juan, I would say honestly, just belief in himself that he's a good player, that he can become a better player.
Right.
And aggressiveness, just attacking and just being strong and being tall.
Gotcha.
For this young man right here, I haven't seen him play, but for anybody, I say believe in yourself. Know that you can, and that if you can't now, that you will be able to.
Well,
that's that.
That's great advice from everyone here. And all right, so I tell you what, guys, I'm going to let you guys go back outside or whatever it was you guys were doing. Thank you for coming on. Introduce yourselves one more time before you go. Go ahead.
My name is Ryan Summers, and I come from Bayshore High School.
I'm Juan Nieves. I'm originally from PSL, but I played out of Fort Pierce, Florida.
Gotcha. Guys, thank you so much for coming on Brevard Sports Network tonight. And so what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up here with you guys, and I'm going to bring the rest of the players in and chat with them, okay? Yep. All right. So we'll be back here in just a minute on Brevard Sports Network.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching BREVARD Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
Hi, this is Michelle Rycroft with Beach Wave Volleyball Club, and you're watching BREVARD Sports Network.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons here in beautiful downtown Vieira. I promise I'll quit hitting the camera with my knee. You know what? This has been fantastic so far. We're going to finish up with the student athletes, but from left to right on the table, one thing about SCS everybody needs to know.
The one thing that I'll tell everybody that they need to know is that we don't only build players, we build character. And we're building better people, not just athletes.
For what? And your shirt says "For the culture."
For the culture, sports.
For the tell everybody about that again.
Well, a small thing about For the Culture Sports. We call it For the Culture because there's a culture that we want to bring to it. There's a culture of guys going off to play basketball, but not focusing on academics, not focusing on different parts of their lives. So what we do is we take the basketball, we implement life lessons, life skills into what we're doing, into how we train them, and we make it an everyday routine. Not just basketball, but becoming better at being a person and being, I wouldn't even say a better member of society, but just somebody who you can look at in the mirror and say, I'm satisfied, overly satisfied. I understand this person that I'm looking at in the mirror, and I'm happy with the person that I'm becoming through the game of basketball and in life.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been great meeting you. Tell everybody who you are again.
My name is David Gabriel, one of the trainers at For the Culture Sports. Check us out at fortheculturesports.org.
There you
for
go.
Everything you need.
And I'll be knocking on your door next week too, by the way.
Go get some training sessions, man.
You can expect to see me. Corey, I'm gonna ask you last.
I was gonna pass it. Yeah.
I was gonna pass it to
Corey wanted to go last.
Yeah, Danny. You know, you do so much. You are Corey's right arm. Sum this up.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to try really hard not to cry.
That's all right.
I prepped myself to not cry. Oh, wow. Okay.
It was my goal to try to make you cry.
Wow. This journey has been everything. Everything. From the very beginning to everything in between, to where we are going, and to what it is to become. And, you know, everyone that's been a part of SCS Academy has put in so much work, time and time again. And to visit these kids, I cannot even begin to tell you, like, there's so many things that I could say. However, I only have a short period of time. Family. These kids have such a supportive family. And they're going into a supportive family because, you know, the Space Coast Stars has always been, you come to our games, you are a part of our family. And This is family. And to wrap these kids in our arms and give them the opportunity to be able to succeed, yes, on the basketball court, but to be able to go to school, to be able to earn certifications, for them to be able to conquer their goals and their dreams, we are so ready to take this on. And, you know, to be able to go to their graduation parties, to have barbecues with them, to have them sign, we have been in it from the beginning. And I am so excited. I told the kids outside, I said, I'm so excited that you're here because this is the first time that we're all together.
Yeah.
And
I know Terrence left, but I want a picture with everybody before we're done. You're not going anywhere. So if you all don't mind, can you get the other, you're staying with me here. So why don't you grab the other student athletes, bring them on in, and Corey and I will talk as they come in.
Have fun.
All right. So thank you
of course.
to the both of you. Yep, absolutely. David and Danielle. All right, Corey. So I tell you, you and I, we've been through a little bit in the last couple of years. You know, we know each other's trials and tribulations.
Oh, yeah.
Why a 4-year college? Why not just run a semi-pro basketball team, Corey, and be done with it? Because isn't this a headache?
If I'm going to be honest with you, it's more of a headache with the men.
Right.
It's more of a headache with the men because everybody has families, and I get it. Everybody has careers as they get older. And whenever we're able to go ahead and pour back into the kids, I feel like that's where that passion and that's where that purpose is. Space Coast Stars, whenever we started, this was to give our men in the area a chance to showcase their skills and to give back to their community, which was great. And, whenever you got to summarize SCS Academy in that, now you're talking about community. Okay. You're talking about community. You're talking about people coming together to go ahead and make a difference. I got everybody coming in now.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
You're talking about community and everyone coming together to really make a difference in the lives of others. That's what SCS Academy is going to do. So we went from the men's side. We conquered our men's side. Now we want to make sure that our focus is on our youth and our next generation.
Nobody saw these young men sit down because I was showing video of you winning that award. What was that award you won under 30?
440.
440.
Yeah, BREVARD's 440.
Yeah, 440. I showed all of your videos or all of your pictures about you and what you've done and do in this community. I know this guy right here. So, gentlemen, pick up that microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So you'll be in charge of that microphone. Mikey, you're going to be in charge of that one, okay? But you've got to hold it up here, okay? Introduce yourself and tell everybody where you went to school.
All right, I'm Mikey Price. I went to Palm Bay High School.
All right.
Joshua Knight, NCC.
All right.
Kevon Johnson, I went to Southeast High School.
Okay.
David Whipper, I went to Southeast High School as well.
I want to start with you, okay, since you got the microphone. Why did you choose SCS Academy?
It was a great fit for me, to be honest. Yeah, still close to the family.
Okay.
Still in Florida.
Where are you from?
I'm from Florida.
What part?
Bradenton.
Okay, so you're a good deal away. How'd you find out about SCS Academy?
The person next to me.
Yeah. And what do you play on the floor? Tell me a little bit about your game.
I play point guard. I'm a little shifty with the ball.
Yeah.
I got good vision. Play good defense.
You got a little style to you. I like that. I like that jewelry, man. I like that jewelry too. All right, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where'd you go to school?
Southeast.
Okay, where's that located?
Bradenton.
All right, so you're both from Bradenton.
Yes, sir.
Did you guys play against each other?
A couple times.
Who won?
Of course.
So how did you find out about SCS Academy?
I was looking, and my coach, through great word, my coach had introduced me to Coach Corey, and we had a nice little open run, and it turned out to be what I expected. And I was like, yeah.
What were you expecting?
I was expecting people that like a college that like not college but a prep that know what they want.
Right.
And real confident at what they want. So.
Well, you seem like a confident young man. You know, Corey. Why are these gentlemen a good fit for SCS?
I'll be honest with you, and this is just how life works. Like I was saying earlier in the segment, my first basketball scholarship came from Manatee Community College, which was in Bradenton. How far was Manatee from where you guys are at?
Close.
No, I'm talking about Manatee Community College. How far is it from where you live? Not. It's like 10 minutes.
Right.
So for them, actually, these were my first two. So you talking about how life works funny. Bradenton gave me a first chance, and I'm able to go ahead and give them a first chance. So whenever I was able to see that, I wanted to make sure, like, hey, you know, I'm giving back to a city that gave me a chance. So, you know, seeing the talent that these two have right here, Kevon, with how he plays, his style of play, talking with Jonathan Castaneda, his coach over at Southeast, which is a great coach. We played semi-pro basketball together, and we just kept that connection up. So whenever he told me about Kevon, I was like, yo, you know, I got to see this kid play. I mean, what, you won the dunk contest? It's
What?
Listen.
Nice. That's awesome.
He's dunking over guys. Well, you jumped over a guy in the dunk contest. Jumped over a guy.
Man, you got a huddle film out there somewhere? Oh, I got to go see that. Now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And DeBron, a.k.a. Day-Day. Just even talking with him and, being able to go ahead and work with him and the energy that he brings. You pointed it out without even saying it. This is our style guy right here.
Right.
And how he does. I know a lot of people probably seen Space Jam 2, how they got the style.
Right.
That's my guy
Look,
right here.
He's got a future on the microphone. He's got that voice, too. He's got that, he's got that little bit of Barry White, little bit of style kicking there. Right? I like it.
So they're bringing that flavor over to SCS Academy, and it fits right in what we want.
I like it. Now, these two guys over here, I know them a little bit. I know about their plights a little bit. Joshua, I tell you what, at MCC and at Mikey U, I know how hard you both worked, and I know how frustrated you both were. Okay, how cool was it to come along right here in your own community and find SCS Academy? Joshua, tell us.
It was real good. Like, I wanted to stay home anyway. If I didn't come here, I would have been in Wayne.
Right.
Yes, sir. So, like, it was good to be able to stay right here at home.
And I'll tell you, that's so important. And I love on your card you wrote, you're getting ready to find out what you want to do, isn't it? And I'll tell you what, that's awesome. And tell us a little bit about your game. What position do you play?
I play point guard. I'm a facilitator.
I got you.
Defense, I shoot.
You got a lot of guards on this team, man.
I love it because if y'all been following us, if y'all been following the Space Coast Stars for the past couple years,
4 guards.
We had a lot of guards.
I know you did,
and we changed the game.
Here's another one sitting right next to you, Mikey. Go ahead and take that microphone, Mike. I covered Palm Bay. I know Coach Fighter well, so I covered you. In fact, you were a Brevard Sports Network Player of the Game one night, I believe. I know. How you can fire it up from 3. Tell us how you found out about Space Coast Academy.
So I found out at one of my local gyms, actually. I saw Coach Corey that I knew from a while ago, and I told him about the program I was recently in and how it wasn't really what I expected. And then he introduced me into the program, and I really seemed like it's something that I enjoy, and like we'd come together as like a family kind of group.
What I know your mom is your biggest supporter. How's your mom doing? I got to ask.
She's doing good.
Yeah.
Still pushing me through basketball.
Sure. Tell her I asked about her. Please tell her I asked about her. Guys,
she might be watching.
She might be watching. Well, tell her I said hello, and because I know when I did your graduation profile, she absolutely loved it, and that was really cool. Tell us about why 2 local guys are fits for what you're looking for, Coach.
I need my local guys. They're an extension of myself and what it is that we believe. I see the talent in Mikey. I've always seen the talent in Mikey. I was a big fan of Mikey.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah. I just remember I was going to help you guys coach over at Palm Bay High School. So going through the stuff, going through the drills, things like that, seeing his passion, that was one of the biggest things. Mikey has heart. And that's something, yet again, like y'all keep hearing me say that time in and time out. You got heart, people can't take that away from you.
Nope.
That's going to get you far in life. So to be able to go ahead and see that so easily within Mikey, to see it within Josh, I think that's going to be the start of, y'all might be running this academy. I'm telling, like, for real. There may be a time, but just y'all passion and what you guys have with it, man, I can see that definitely happening. But it was important to get to actually get local players to go ahead and be on the team this year because, yet again, you're going to keep hearing that. We're a reflection of one another. So we want to make sure that we got our local players here playing. And it was a stretch at first to actually find local guys.
Okay.
That was tough because, like I said earlier, you got a lot of players that want to get out. They want to be able to say, I got to get out, I got to get away from home, and I got to go somewhere else to go experience something. And Mikey, you went away, right? Go ahead. You can tell.
Yeah, tell the story.
So I went down to Warner University to play there, and the program, the coach just explained way more than what he really gave us. So I didn't really enjoy it down there, and I just didn't feel it fitted me right.
Right. No, I mean, and here you are. I'm glad you're here because I'm looking forward to still seeing, being able to see you guys play. Yep, how cool is it that you guys are going to be traveling out of the country, man? Tell me about that, man.
I'm gonna fall in love with it. Our first game in Puerto Rico, so
you ready for that, ain't you?
I ain't never been. So.
That's a part of the experience, though. That's something other colleges can't offer, right?
I'm telling you.
Talk about that. How cool it is to play out of the country.
For basketball players, for all the basketball players who don't go out and go around, this is it's real big for them because they're not used to going out, different states, playing basketball, different competition. So it's just fun. It's fun all around.
Wait till you dunk over somebody down in Puerto Rico, man.
Oh, yeah. Over somebody out there, right, for sure.
Well, you have to walk out like this. They can't see me on camera.
Yes,
right. So, all right, guys, we're going to have to get ready to wrap up here, but I'm going to put each of you on the spot. You're talking to future recruits. Tell them one thing about SCS and why they need to come and play at SCS. Go ahead. We'll go right around the table.
It's a great fit, to learn new things, learn new things about the coaches and things and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Why should they come and play at SCS Academy?
Change the route. Change the route for other players that can make it to prep schools.
Right.
So change the route for them, make them open their eyes and tell them
give them options.
Right, you give them options. Right. Right. Most definitely.
Joshua, why SCS Academy?
Because it's not all about basketball all the time.
Right.
They're gonna teach us more about off the court, that type of stuff, trades, that type of stuff, making money. We learn a lot more than just basketball.
I love it. It's more than just about basketball. Mikey?
Yeah, something similar to what Josh said. It's like a family feel where you feel like you're brought together, and it's just more than basketball, and it's definitely a good program and something that you would love. All
right, Corey. Let's guys, come on over. Just gather around. Just gather around. We're gonna sign off here. Corey, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the final word here tonight on this. I mean, you got your guys here. We got everybody. Why SCS Academy?
We're going to make a difference. And that's what SCS Academy is about. It's about making that difference through knowledge, diversity, and leadership. Every one of these people here, you're going to see them as leaders in their community, some way giving back. And they're going to be our next generation that's going to come up and make a difference in a positive way. So that's what SCS Academy is about. We're going to use basketball as the foundation, but we're going to go ahead and utilize our platform to make a difference in the lives of others. And I mean, that's pretty much sums it up. We want to make sure that we're changing lives. That's the biggest thing. We want to make sure that we're changing lives on and off the court.
A year ago, you and I talked. You didn't have one recruit. Right now, I'm looking at 6 outstanding SCS Academy players. Congratulations to all of you on everything that you've all accomplished. From here on out, now I'm a sports reporter, so I'm going to be dogging your games.
It's coming, guys.
So, anyway, guys, thank you all so much for taking the time to come on BREVARD Sports Network tonight, and we are your biggest fans. For Corey Williams, Danny Espling, and the entire staff and crew and coaches at SCS Academy, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski. We'll see you Thursday night right here from Walk-Ons for the first of 3 coaches' shows. And don't forget the big backpack giveaway. Danny, real quick, date and time on that again.
Okay, that is going to be August 6th. And it is from 5:30 to 9:30. Doors open at 5 o'clock, and it is over at the community center off of Grant Street.
Can I expect to see some of these guys giving away backpacks?
You know, we are going to talk about that. However, they will be making sure that they're doing something in their communities in some way, shape, or form. You know how we roll, Alan.
That's exactly right. So for Corey Williams, Danny Espling, the entire staff, crew, coaches at SCS Academy, once again, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski. Have a great night. Make it a sports night.